hear you rant about something to do with the Cowboys. But what are we talking about this time? It's once again, it's Micah Parsons' contract. Nothing seems to be really progressing here, does it? Is Jerry Jones playing a bit of a dangerous game here, Eddie, in your opinion?
Honestly, I think we're all sick and tired, of this as Cowboys fans, right? It's like the same thing, different season. And honestly, right, at some point, someone has got to say, "Hey, Jerry Jones, don't hurt yourself. Let's just take you, I mean, he's 82 now. So I don't even know why, he's being so predominant in the Cowboys affair, right? And you've had a good run, as the Cowboys owner, GM, coach, everything, because you pretty much want to do everything, as a Cowboy owner. And every time you let your players feel undervalued, right? Going into the season, that's just gotta suck, as a Cowboys, player. Because you get drafted by the Cowboys, and with the fanfare, America's team, draft night, everyone wants to put on that Cowboys cap, because you know that you're gonna be on television, it's your dream to play in the NFL, and then you play for the Dallas Cowboys, one of the most prestigious teams, out there. And then you go out there and you play your socks off. You go and do well. It's almost like you get punished for doing well as a Cowboys player. If you're a number one draft pick, or you're the first round draft pick, or even a second or third round, and then you actually fulfill what you're supposed to do, which is make the team. Every rookie wants to make the team. And then the next thing that you want to do is be a starter. So you check those boxes. And then when you become a starter, you want to play well. So are you going to Pro Bowls? Are you in the conversation about, best players in your position? And, Cowboy players must almost be sick to themselves when it comes to this. Last year was Dak Prescott, CD Lamb, basically almost taking out their caps and begging for their money. It's like, what are we doing here, right? And Stephen Jones, said, I think a couple of day, was it today or yesterday? He was saying something like, well, Michael will get paid. He has to want to be paid. And
Hmm.
I'm like, what does that actually mean? He has to want to be paid. I mean, this is a guy that last year was saying, hey, listen, he won't mind signing his contract now. He doesn't even want 40 million. He said that. They said, listen, I'll sign my contract. I'm ready to get my contract running. But what do the Cowboys do? They wait. TJ Watt gets paid. Max Crosby gets paid. Miles Garrett gets paid. And then you want Micah Parsons, who's arguably been one of the best players every season. He registers more than 12 sacks. Even in the season when he was injured, which was last season, he still had 12 sacks. That is ridiculous numbers, for a player in that position. And so, you start this thing, going into training camp, and people are sort of saying, is Micah going to be there or not? Is the Cowboys going to pay him or not? I feel like, the Cowboys are like, well, if you want to get paid, come and take less money. But if you want more money, we'll make you wait. And we'll make you wait and wait and wait and wait, until we're happy to pay you. And then what are we going to do? We're going to pay other players in the team. So just today, it was announced that Jack Ferguson, the Cowboys tight end, has just signed, a contract, 50 something million, dollars.